I think the president made a very tough decision under some very difficult circumstances, and he had three options. One was to do nothing at a time when people were looking to the United States for some kind of leadership. The other was to follow the instincts of his predecessor and try to do everything. That is to say, marshal enough American force to on the ground, boots on the ground. And clearly, there's no question, had he done that, the 6 to 8 months that it took to topple the regime would have been reduced probably to a matter of weeks. But then we would have had responsibility for owning the country. Then Libya's colonial legacy, to which they're very sensitive, Italian occupation, and other foreign penetrants would have been tagged with the United States. We would have owned yet another Arab country that we would have been responsible for financially and security-wise for controlling. So he, the president, chose a tough middle course, and there was a great deal of criticism. But the arc on this one proved to be right. Now, whether there's an Obama doctrine in which you use coalitions, in this case, the president assembled the UN for international validation, NATO for implementation, the Euros and the Arabs for political support, he did this by committee. Whether or not that's applicable to other situations, like Syria, for example, is probably not right. When we have doctrines in this country concerning foreign policy, with the exception of the earliest one, at least in the post-Cold War era, which actually worked, Truman Doctrine and the Marshall Plan, we end up getting ourselves into trouble because we straitjacket ourselves. And the world is not consistent. Great powers, to be a great power, you do have to behave inconsistently, even hypocritically at times. So I think he made the right decision, and this one worked out. I'm not sure what longer-term conclusions or implications there are, though, from this particular operation.